This shop has nearly 30,000 sales. They hand make their items and have terrible tags. Or do they? Happy Halloween, and I was going to get dressed up and everything, but the only spooky thing today is my voice, and I also found a very spook appropriate shop. This is actually a friend of mine, Brian, so thank you for letting me dig into your shop. So let's have a look. This is Cursed by Design, which is a fantastic shop. I believe he has more shops as well, so he's even more successful. But I wanted to dig into this as, firstly, obviously, a Halloween type shop. Now, there is one thing already there. This is a successful shop, but it's a very niche. That's what you Americans would call a holiday. One holiday in the year. It's not an all year round thing. So a niche of a single holiday, of course, as I think we all know, everybody has some spooky friends who'll buy stuff like this all year round. And also, not only that, they're not like a print on demand shop. This is, well, you'll see in a minute, but everything is created by them. So really cool, high volume shop creating stuff. It is your gothic home decor and lifestyle shop. And I wanted to dig into this, see what they're doing right, see what they're doing wrong. And already we can see, first things first, I like to dig into the shop first of all. Oh, don't wipe your face when you've got makeup on. Anyway, I like to dig into the shop first of all, and we can see Cursed by Designs is a star seller. So there's one myth busted, that you can't be a star seller on a high volume shop. Clearly, very much they are. 29,988 sales, so they're going to hit 30,000 very soon, probably by the time I publish this. So go over and check them out if you like stuff like this. And yeah, we can see. Gonna start with the look of the shop. Definitely on theme for spooky gothic type stuff. I'm seeing black and white is the main color theme with a pop of orange. We saw green a little bit ago, but yeah, looks cool and spooky. So if you're spooky in your little heart, this purple, love purple. If you're spooky in your little heart, this, you know already this is a place for you. Although we don't know exactly what it's all about, I quite often like to see some of the decor items. We've got the scrolling carousel here. So Cursed by Design is Etsy Plus Premium, what a paid membership, so you get the scrolling carousel. I get why the banner is like this, because it's easy to update all of the time, keeps in with a theme. I do like it, but I might like to see to see a haunted decorated house with some of their stuff in there, so I get an idea of what's for sale. Excuse my spooky voice, I'm just happy to have a voice just now. So, but anyway, minor complaints, but let's have a look down. We have got nicely laid out sections, haunted home collection, sinister accessories. But again, this is a point a lot of people think, oh, do you have to have keywords and stuff in here? Your sections are to help your customers more than anything else. So does this help us understand, well, Merry Creepmas, that's cute. That makes me think I want to go and have a look in there to see what Christmassy stuff, Gothic home hardware. And we've also got Easterween, Mother and Father's Day, Summerween. So it's keeping totally on the trend of everything a little bit Halloween, a little bit gothy, but Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day can still jump on those holidays, those times of years, even garden accessories. Kind of cool. And if we have a look, the photographs are all on theme. Again, we're still keeping black, white, pop of orange, hopefully some purple in there as well. But yeah, cool. Gothic shelves. That is so cool. I'm so tempted. Don't be tempted, but you have enough stuff. But so little touches for the decor in the house. So you might look at this and say, it's decor, it's ornaments, it's shelves, it's all sorts of things, but you can see it's all in the theme and it's all 3D printed. This is what I'm saying. This is not print on demand. They have a ton of 3D printers and they're printing everything out. So designing, printing everything out, I think it's absolutely cool that we do have some high volume sellers that are creating everything themselves. So very, very cool. I assume Brian will have to let me know. Adam's Family, obviously not based on the most recent things, if it's in the public domain now, if not. But anyway, everything else looks good. Can't complain about that. And then if we scroll down, so yeah, I can't really complain about anything in the shop. Photography looks good. We'll come into the SEO in a minute. It's all on brand. It's creepy. Spiders, bats, ghosts, loving the little Christmas ghosts. Candy corn, which we don't get candy corn here. I've never tried it, but I know it's a thing. So that in home decor, gardening, gifts, or tree ornaments, all sorts of things. So very cool. Definite theme. So I've actually opened up all the pages I want to go to because I am feeling cursed today. So I know my computer isn't going to want to show me everything I want. So I opened everything up to save us time. So they do have, sorry for the scroll making you sick. When we scroll down, everything's filled in, policies, about section, everything, a little bit about describing themselves. You could put a video or some pictures in here, like come and show it, like decorate a room with some of your stuff. I know you've got stuff lying about. Decorate a room, let us see something. But anyway, you can see the social links. There's a shop website, very cool. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. The 2 people working in the shop are included in the shop members. If you have more than one I was even advised by Etsy, even if it's only just you and your shop members, put a bit about yourself there. So absolutely, if you have you and more than you creating, put it here so people get to know you, but it's also Etsy's rules. But let's look at the social game. The shop website is fantastic as well. So we'll start with Pinterest. So you could look and say only 236 people following them on Pinterest, but actually Pinterest is a different type of social media. It's more like a search engine. I don't follow many people, you're shown things. It's a different type of thing. So actually looking and saying 23,000 monthly views is pretty cool for Pinterest. And we look absolutely all on theme, a lot of gardening stuff. I don't have many analytics on what people's Pinterests are doing, but yeah, gardening stuff showing up there. Oh, love the makeup brush holder. Yeah. Really got to stop looking at this. But yeah, Pinterest, that's a good. We'll be doing well with Pinterest. Let's have a look at Instagram. This is where most people do really good. And yeah, 16,000 followers is really good. I know the thing with social media that so many people forget about is you see some really big social media accounts. You'll see, go away. You'll see Pinterest, Instagram accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers, YouTube accounts with millions of followers and things. But on social media, even getting over 1,000 followers puts you in the top few percent of that social media platform. So 16,000 followers is really good. And again, that is cool. In the Wild just dropped small shop unboxing. Love that because again, I'm looking going, oh, I want to have a nosy at that. And let's have a look. So yeah, there is some interaction. I don't think they're buying views or anything. This is a thing to check in. Are people hearting it? Are people commenting on it? If you're doing social media, right, here's a cool thing. Now, let's go to something that's a wee bitty older. We'll go to here. What you want to look at is what your audience are engaging with. So if we had a look, that has 175 hearts and 4 comments. 120 hearts and 6 comments. Now, in general, on social media, comments are a little better than hearts because it's really easy to like something, but it takes more effort to comment on it. So look at what are people viewing, what are people liking, what are people commenting on. So we're saying around the 100 likes, a few comments. So something like this hasn't done so well. So if you're posting constantly things like this, and then you do something like this that gets a lot more interaction, think, well, maybe I want to post some more like that. Still 39 hearts and a couple of comments is still good for Instagram, but you can always grow these things by saying what works more. So people are liking a little bit of some kind of behind the scenes. And here we go. Sadly, a giveaway. Now, this is likely comment on this, mention this, and you'll get something free. So giveaways, if you already have a following and if they work for you, don't do it all the time, but something like a giveaway or asking a question can get more interaction. So what's likely happened here is the first few people that saw this commented on it because they were interested in it, and that drove it to more people, which means you get more hearts and more comments. So this is a good way to see what kind of things are working. Not necessarily a post like that. This is not criticizing Brian's social media game. This is just to help all of our social media game. That you just look at what worked the most. That's the kind of thing your followers like. Now, you can't make every post a giveaway, but maybe you can ask questions, include yourself. That's doing a little bit better. What kind of things are working. Let's go nosy at the Facebook page. 7.8 thousand followers. Again, on Facebook, 1,000 followers is really pretty good. So 7.8 thousand is good. Looks like they're posting regularly. Good number of likes, comments, and a few shares. Not bad. You do the same with Facebook. Look at what's getting the most. Now, you can even do this on your competition. Go and look at the people who are a little bit bigger than you and look at what their posts are doing well. So, what gets the most likes, what gets the most views, what gets the most comments. So, yeah, you can totally scroll and see what's doing the best. So, yeah, I'd say the social media game is good. I know Brian works a lot on social media. He's always on Facebook. He's always helping people. But yeah, social media, you can always build up and improve, and that's something we should always be doing. I'm speaking to myself more than anyone else. I have been terrible on social media lately. I've got to do a bit better. So next thing we want to do is jump into eRank to nosy about this shop. What I did here is from his Etsy shop, you can get the shortcut button that you stick on your bookmarks bar on your browser. The only reason I'm not showing this is I have a ton of bookmarks. It gets confusing. But when you're on eRank, if you go to Tools Shortcuts button, you can install it onto your browser, and then on any page in Etsy, you click on that button and it will take you to the eRank page that explains the things. So from his shop page, I went to, it's the two of them. It's not just Brian. From the shop page, I clicked on the shortcut button and you get taken to the Cursed by Designs page in eRank, which gives us some things. This 29,988 sales is a fantastic number of sales. They have 334 listings. Now, you don't need to have millions of listings to have a successful shop, but it's good. That kind of variety is really good, especially in this kind of shop, because home decor, people decorate their house with more than one thing. You might, if you get a shelf, you might throw in a light switch cover. You might decide, buy some stuff for your spooky friends and things. So it's good to have a range of things there. I could see a shelf in the bedroom and the makeup brush holder, things go together. So that is very good. They're 483rd in Canada, good going, and the shop is under 5 years old, making an average of 18 sales a day. And I have had a look. You can track them. As you can see, I'm tracking them on the competition, sales, get to see the graph and stuff. I don't think I've pulled that up because there's no way of not showing everybody else's sales there. But yes, there's the spike in November that we might expect. Well, in fact, there's a spike in November. So this shop people are buying as gifts for as well. There isn't a massive spike for Halloween. It's steady all year round, which I think is fantastic. So again, you can have a shop based on a single once a year niche that actually does well all year. Loving it. So it's a steady shop. It's not getting big dips. You might expect somewhere not to do so well. He's doing great. They're doing great. It's in the home and living category, and it's handmade stuff. Now then I went on to, for competition listings. And again, we picked Cursed by Designs. I've just got everything loaded up because I'm cursed today. My computer's running slow. I click wrong buttons, so we'll just have everything here. And what you can do with this, eRank has just put in estimated number of sales and estimated revenue, so you can see what's doing the best, or an estimate of what's doing the best. It's about 70 to 80% accurate, the team tell me, which is cool. But you can see the current price of the item, estimated sales, estimated revenue, conversion rate, how old the listing is, how many views it's got, favourites, and what the tags are. And then if we click onto any of the listings now, you're going to want to nosy at the top selling or the top money making item to have a real look at that. So that is what we'll do. When you click on it, it takes you to eRank's listing audit for a certain listing. So this classic coffin shelf, let's audit this and see how Cursed by Designs is doing. So this is the listing audit. If you haven't seen this before, it's really handy for your own listings. It can help give an idea of quick wins, things that you might be getting a little wrong compared to what the Eat See Salah handbook tells us is best practices. Now, that doesn't mean that if you're getting things slightly wrong, you need to change them. If the listing is doing well, like Cursed by Design should not touch this listing so long as it's still doing well. If it suddenly had died off and, it did all its sales 2 years ago and has done nothing lately, maybe. But in general, this is a good listing. Don't touch it. Work on some other listings. But there's still some things based on best practices. So firstly, I do the picture's great. Classic coffin shelf, 10-inch tall, Gothic home decor, 3D printed. So some people love that title, some people hate it. For me, tells you everything you need. It's got some keywords like Gothic home decor. I'm sure this is a keyword they're going to want to really dominate for, because that is what their entire shop is. So they want to be seen. Cursed by Design should be seen as the Gothic home decor shop. And it tells us it's 3D printed. So that's an important thing someone wants to know right off the bat. And it's a classic coffin shelf. Well, do I need to? I suppose classic coffin, it's the shape of a classic coffin, so fair enough. And it tells us the height. So that title tells us just about everything. The only thing it's possibly missing, in my humble opinion, but my humble opinion for something that's making a mass number of sales, but just say black. It's a black classic coffin. Unless it has more options, I don't know. But it's handy to have that. Hopefully you've also got that included in the, where you can put put words to the photos. I can't remember what you call it. Hopefully it'll say that as well. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to say it's black, especially around spooky time. People, the gothicy people do search for the word black. I know this. So, and the first thing the listing audit is saying, yeah, be careful not to change this because it's doing good. Absolutely. So, some of the tips. So, the title may be truncated in Etsy search. This is just a warning. You don't have to go, oh, I have to make a super short title. Some people advise super long titles. Some people advise super short titles. This, I think, is a good length in that it covers everything you need to be covered. It's got some keywords in there, but it's not keyword stuffed. Definitely keyword stuffing, not good. Where it's truncated in search, it still will have enough details, we'll see that in a minute, to be able to know what the item is. And if people need to know it's 3D printed or anything, they'll click on it. But what I'm saying is when someone searches on Etsy, they see the picture and a bit of the title. And also, if we remember, Etsy has been experimenting with cutting off at the first punctuation to make things look a little neater as well. So it would say classic coffin shelf, 10 inches tall. That might be all that the buyer sees from the search page. That's okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, your listing has less than 10 images. So here again is a warning. Can you have a best-selling listing without having all your images? Yeah. If you don't need to have 10 images, it can be nice to have them. It can be fun to have them. But if your customer doesn't need 10 images to be able to fall in love with your item and buy it, you're not penalised in search for not having 10 listings. I would say always try and make sure and have about 5. Etsy sort of mentioned something like this to me briefly in passing, not enough that I'm going to say anything 100%, but they sort of consider a listing complete with 5. But even then, don't just duplicate. I've seen people do this. They duplicate images to try and have 5 or 10 images. No, there's a million things you can do. You can make a card that text on it that explains to people a little bit about your listing. You can show it from all the angles. You can show it with stuff in it. You can show it hung on a wall. Loads of things. Again, having a long processing time. I like this. We have a long processing time because Cursed by Designs is a popular shop and they're creating all their things, so they're giving themselves some wiggle room. Etsy tells us that processing times can influence buyers' decisions, but for really popular shops, I know a needle felting shop that has, last I looked, 6-month waiting list. When you buy, they won't even start making your item for 6 months, and that's okay. That's a different, that shows they're popular, they're good. This is a premium thing that you have to wait for. So yeah, Etsy gives us this advice based on average, and eRank has to share this advice because this is the Etsy's best practices. But best practices aren't the same for every single shop, and having a longer processing time, being that special shop that people have to wait for to get the exclusive things that are handmade, that can be kind of cool. I'm doing so many tangents today. Anyway, so this is cool. I like seeing this. The listing was spotted on page 2 for the term coffin shelf. Did I look that up? I did look that up. So coffin shelf. This doesn't tell you everything that a listing is being spotted for. We don't get that kind of in-depth data, but it's really cool to be able to get some little things. So coffin shelf, is that in their title? Classic coffin shelf. So yes, that is a keyword they were aiming for. Is it a good keyword? I put this into the keyword tool to have a wee bit of a look at it. And I'm going to say, I'll explain more. Now, many people would look at this and go, it's only got 1,500 views a month. You're not stuck to one keyword. People can find you for lots and lots of keywords. So I consider this a good keyword because more people are clicking. When they search on it, they're clicking on stuff they see in search. That's good. The competition is low. There's less listings for Coffin Shelf than there is people searching for it. So it'd be fairly easy to rank in search for. Now, when we look at the keyword trend, it does look like it's on a downer. But again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. They started the listing beforehand. What can happen is something's a bit popular and you start to build up a listing quality score. You don't just get the score for being found for Coffin Shelf, but you're making sales, you're getting reviews. So Etsy starts to like the listing and it might start to show up for some other keywords as well. So sometimes getting found for a littler keyword is the good place to start on the ladder and you can climb up, or hitting a whole lot of little keywords like you've got 13 tags, maybe even more, as we'll see in a minute. You've got 13 tags. So if you had 13 that have all got this kind of search volume, and maybe they all have their different lines, people are searching at different times of the year, you could be getting seen steadily all through the year for all the different tags. So yeah, a massive shop doesn't always have to have massive keywords. That's a cool one. Anyway, so we're estimating on this listing nearly 4,000 sales. And it was created in 2021. All good. So you can see here what I said about the truncation. This yellow bit is showing, I believe it's what they'll see on the browser. The mobile phone will show a little bit different as well, but making sure that in the search you're going to at least be seen for the main bit of your keyword, because that's what people are going to see first. So yeah, that works. Now the tags is where some of you are going to lose your mind. Right, I'll pull this down. This is the tags on that top selling listing. I'm going to have a wee drink of juice because my voice is gone. And while I do, in the comments, tell me what you think of these tags. That's the chair, not my back. So some of you, let's get back to it. Some of you will be losing your mind for these tags. Do I think these are bad tags? No. What I really like about this is this shows the difference between a keyword and a tag, which lots of people muddle up with very good reason. A keyword is the words and phrases that customers are typing into the search bar to find your item. A tag is this is the metadata, the stuff that we say to Etsy, this is what we think our item is. Now, yes, if you have in your tag, say the keyword that you found that you want people to find you for is Gothic home decor, Etsy will pull together all the listings that it thinks are relevant for Gothic home decor and it'll rank them. And one of the ranking factors is how well it exactly matches what the person's typed in. So if the person types in Gothic home decor and your tag says Gothic home decor, then Etsy will rank it slightly higher. But there's lots of other things as well, that listing quality score and the shop quality score. So how do people interact when they see it in the search for that search term? Do people click on your item regardless of what the title and tags are? How many good sales, reviews, how many open cases which are held against you? So, and also lots of other things that factor into how the Etsy algorithm thinks the person searching is likely to buy that item. So having the exact match for tags is good, but it's definitely not the only thing in the world. Now, we know from the algorithm that, say someone had typed in instead home decor Gothic, this listing would still match for it. Etsy would still go, okay, this is probably a very relevant listing. It's got all the right words there. So it's able to sort of mix and match around the words. It might rank it slightly lower based on the exact match of that tag to what the keyword the person was searching for. But if it does really well, if it gets lots of clicks and hearts and sales and good reviews, then Etsy's going to go, oh yeah, that's totally relevant for Gothic home decor and home decor Gothic. So we'll show it. So it doesn't have to be a perfect match. So what we have here, let's go down to here. Nobody, you see the unknown here, this is not a keyword necessarily. Spooky, creepy, scary is not what people are searching into the Etsy, typing into the Etsy search bar, looking to find something. So that's not a keyword, but it's not saying it's not a good tag, because what we said, Etsy can mix and match words across all your tags to get something. So say the wall shelf keyword. Are some people possibly searching for spooky wall shelf? Yes. Creepy wall shelf? Could be. Scary wall shelf? Yeah, possibly. So instead of having the tags spooky wall shelf, creepy wall shelf, scary wall shelf, and hanging wall shelf, you can be just almost as relevant for all those, 4 keyword phrases by just having the 2 tags, hanging wall shelf and spooky, creepy, scary. And then Etsy's able to mix and match. So what they've done here is got some good keywords like Gothic home decor, wall shelf, hanging wall shelf. And then they're adding in, I assume, they're adding in all these other words like synonyms and other stuff that people could be looking for. So what people who are looking for Gothic stuff, what other words could they be using? So your tags don't have to be perfect. For instance, if they were aiming for wall shelf, which we know they're doing well for, you can add another word, hanging wall shelf. And it's still as relevant for a wall shelf as well. So when you come to something like the listing audit and you look and you go, oh, those tags are terrible. They're not. The tags are good, but they're not showing you the keywords that Cursed by Designs has chosen. So this is a cool way to get the chance to be hit for lots and lots of different, more than 13 keywords. So you pick those Gothic home decor and Goth home decor. The algorithm probably understands they're pretty much the same thing, but that's pretty competitive keywords. Lots and lots of listings have those keywords. So might as well go for the exact match and have both those as tags. That's not doubling up. And again here, classic coffin shelf, hanging wall shelf. Do we need to say the word shelf twice? Not necessarily, but coffin shelf and hanging wall shelf, that means we get a good exact match for wall shelf and coffin shelf. So your first few tags, put in the things in the right order and everything. And then as you go in, you're not sure of other things. Putting in those extra words, we could have spooky Halloween decoration, horror Halloween decoration, So just rather than spend absolutely ages searching for different keywords that might be perfect, find your top keywords, find your most important keywords, and then throw spaghetti at the wall. When you've run out of fantastic keywords, because this kind of a Gothic coffin shelf, there's only so many terms you're going to be able to find that are any good. And then you throw all of this in and you can come back in a few months' time and look at what actual keyword combinations worked. And then if it's doing as well as this listing, you don't touch that, but then you look at, is a pagan wall shelf doing well? You might think, oh, hang on, I could make some more wall shelves that are a bit pagan-y. So it gives you ideas of where to go in the future. Anyway, I think that's enough ripping apart Cursed by Design. I don't think I did any mean ripping apart because they're doing fantastic. I hope that makes sense to everybody and you love their shop. They're doing super well. But yeah, I shop with a once a year niche and terrible tags is doing awesome, and they really are, and I hope that helps you understand a little bit more. Okay, yeah, my voice made it through a whole 35 minutes. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.